A learning curve. All right. They tell me that I have a awful learning curve, right? It takes me a while to learn things. No, hopefully your learning curve is not too bad, right? What is a learning curve? It's the concept that each time a person or a group of people complete a task, they become more efficient at completing that task in future instances. Why are we learning this in forecasting and projection? Well, you want to forecast how long it's going to take someone to do something as they go along the process and create more and more units. So we've got people on the production line, right? The first time they do something, the first time your team does a task, the first time, let's say you run a mile, it's not going to be as good as the second time you do it. You get better, you learn every time you do something. This is just inherent in human beings, and we can use this in business. So Saffron Company sells products. It takes 70 hours to produce the first unit of its product. Now, assume we have a 60% learning curve. This will just be given to you in our questions. That's very nice that they'll just give it to you. What would be the average time to produce 2 units, 4 units, and then 8 units? We'll see why do we do it in doubling. Well, that's kind of how our formula works. All right, so these will be given to you in the question, our amount of hours for the first one, and the learning curve. Let's take a look. Well, how many to make 2 units? It's not just, 70 hours times 2, because we've made the next one more efficiently. So the average time per unit, we just do 70 hours times 0.6. That gets us 42 hours per unit at the level of 2 units. 42 hours times 2 is 84 total hours. Let's just take a second, breathe it all in, right? Nothing too crazy here. What did we do? Because we're making 2, we make it more efficiently, right? We make our other product more efficiently. We made the first one at 70 hours. So now when we go to make 2, we were more efficient, right? It took us 60% of the time. That's 42 hours per unit at the level of 2 units. 2 times 42 gives you 84 hours to produce 2 units. You could think about it, you could understand the process, and sure, I recommend you do. It's not that complicated of a process, but you could also totally memorize how to do this. That's quite all right as well. It's just another math-based formula, another old process to get 3 points in the exam. Let's continue on with 4 units. So now we are making 4 units. Well, we now have 42 hours as our next basis of how long it's going to make a unit. And each time it's exponential growth, right? We do another 0.6. So we did it 60% more efficiently. 42 hours times 60%, or 0.6, gets us 25.2 hours per unit at the level of 4 units. Same exact process. Now 4 units times 25.2 is 100.8 total hours to produce 4 units. Awesome. Take it all in. Enjoy it. Now for 8 units, we'll wrap it up. I mean, a question could ask you then 16 and 32. I doubt that, right? Just be ready. I mean, but it's the same process over and over. It's just, you're just going to have to keep doing it and totally fine. Nothing too crazy. Now we have our new basis of how long it takes to make a unit, 25.2 hours times 60% efficiency, 15.12 hours per unit at the level of 8 units, because we're just pumping these units out, economies of scale, thinking back to economics. The more you do something, the more efficient you are at it, the cheaper it is per unit. Total time for 8 units, 15.12 hours times 8 is 120.96 total hours to produce 8 units. That's pretty well efficient, right? Compared to 70 hours for 1 unit. Now you're doing 8 units in 120 hours. That's the learning curve. Nothing too wild there. Hope you enjoyed it. Nothing crazy. Hey there! Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material? We'll do it together. Tap into the power of CPA.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started. So why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.